At the Hope Brain and Body Recovery Center, and we've been treating your daughter,
Yes.
right? And so she's going to go on with everything that she's went through, and she's been treating at the center for many months actually, and she'll tell you exactly how she's feeling now and what's going on. Okay?
Yeah, definitely. It was quite the journey to get here. She has had severe post-concussive syndrome since 2020. Well, previously to that, we just didn't realize it, but 2020 is when it got really bad. We've sought treatment from a multitude of doctors, neurologists, physical therapists, ENTs, you name it, we've been there. No one could help her. Basically, we've had 3 doctors tell us, you just have to let Mother Nature take its course, and eventually, hopefully, you'll feel better. My daughter is not a person who likes to take medication, and that's what every single doctor we ever saw tried to put her on. Antipsychotics, all kinds of stuff for depression, which she didn't have. So we finally found Dr. Joe. She found Dr. Joe actually, and it took her 2 months to tell me about it because she was that scared to go to someone else and not get any results. So we finally made the appointment for what, March maybe of last year. So it's been almost a year that we've been coming, and I'll never forget the first visit we sat here. She sat back behind me on this table, and Dr. Joe, you did something with her mouth, adjusted something, and she sat there and said, "Oh my gosh, I actually feel better." To hear that for the first time in 3 years brought me to tears, and still brings me to tears just to think about what she's been through and the progress she has made over this past year. It's been absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, Hope Brain and Body is what it says. It gives you hope. You're actually a miracle worker in our eyes. I mean, I can't even express how thankful we are that you keep pushing and she keeps pushing, and almost a year out, she's like a completely different kid. She's like the kid we knew prior to 3 years ago.
Well, that's typical with concussion, right? With concussion, especially with younger people, their life's taken away from them, and that emotional struggle that they go in, where they can't be doing the things they normally do. They're smart, intelligent, they want to be physically active, they want to get back to a life that's full, and when they can't, it crushes them, emotionally crushes them. Mm-hmm. So the other thing that I want to emphasize is that most people and doctors are segmentalists. They segment the body, the brain, all the different functions that go on, and when they do that, they don't honor the injury. And what I mean by honoring the injury is that there's so many phases to it, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so you have to be able to comprehensively integrate the central nervous system and the body together. Where it's going, does it stabilize, does it come back, and so forth and so on, but make sure that the care is comprehensive and kind of gets all the layers that need to be addressed at the same time.
Most definitely.
Okay. Now I'll tell you what, her rehab is totally unusual from whatever I did with anybody, okay? But when I was looking at her eyes and I was looking at things, I knew that she needed more visual flooding to get that system going. Mm-hmm. And that was a good key for her, wasn't it?
I think, yeah, that's what turned it around for sure.
Yeah.
All that visual flooding.
And then the gyrostim was a really difficult thing for her to do, but now she's doing inversions and mm-hmm. she's really going forward in a really great way. So I really want to thank you for being, she's a pleasure, just a pleasure to treat, because you know, I know that every time I give her something, she'll try even harder than what I wanted her to try. So she'll keep putting it out there, and then explain how she's feeling in detail when she comes. So it's a good relationship, mm-hmm. And I'm thrilled.
We are too.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm thrilled too. Mm-hmm. When I make that connection with a patient that I know is struggling, maybe worse than I struggled, then it motivates me to find answers, and that improves our clinic, and then it improves our patients. So, and the mom here, I'll tell you what, she's very intelligent, she understands every time we have a treatment plan what we're trying to accomplish.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So, it's been a great thing. Thanks so much for bringing her in
honestly.
and persevering through everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Great.
So have a great day. You know anybody with concussion or any type of brain injury, post-COVID, post-Lyme, or something like that, would be an honor to have them come into the office and consider our care. Thank you.
They're the best.